the Bane can sit on the lane and get XP, and he's not dying because of the advantage. And mid, Spirit Breaker is giving a free lane to Ember. I feel like anytime you give that hero a free lane, you need to have a good way to deal with him. Like, you need some really good answers in the game because that hero takes the map over really fast, especially on a professional Ember Spirit player like Quinn Callahan.
Ring, ring. We've got a Quincy crew player, and it's Ponlo. Ponlo, welcome to Division 1. How'd you enjoy your second Bo3 experience?
Hey, man. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're all good.
Hi, Tsunami.
Hello, Ponlo.
I think I'm still trying to adjust and find myself in the team and in the role. So, I mean, we dropped the game, and I think we were all a bit like, we didn't feel too good dropping that game. But I mean, we brought it back, and I think we played well the third game. So, yeah.
So tell us about the origin of you ending up on this team. I know everyone aspirationally puts out some LFT tweets. That doesn't mean that it materializes into anything. You not only exported yourself into another region, but also this is basically your first foray into structured competitive Dota, right? So how did this all happen?
I think when I got 10k, I knew that it would be good enough to, because 10k in C is like top 20, it's like rank 18 or something, I think. I already knew that it was gonna be good enough to get somewhere. I just didn't know where, and I was just like going through my options for like 1 or 2 weeks, and then Quinn DM'd me on Twitter. He sent me a DM and he talked to me a bit about like what role I want to play, and you know, if I'm open to relocating and stuff like that. And for me, it's like the location that I'm playing in, it's like it doesn't really matter, and I don't really have a very high expectation of like standard of living and stuff. I'm quite like low maintenance, so for me it's all about getting on a team that I believe in and play with players that I want to play with. And I think so far I'm very happy with the team. I think I'm learning a lot in this team, and yeah.
Did any of the Southeast Asian teams contact you, if you can talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, there were a couple like the Omega 496, Neon, like all the
good teams, pretty much.
all the tier 2 C teams, I would say. Like for me, like the condition I was staying in C was like, if I didn't feel like I could join a team to win in C this year, the next year, then I wouldn't want to play in C as a 5, because I feel like as a 5, if you're not on a good team, it is quite hard to look good. You know, it is quite hard to make people notice you and stuff. So I didn't want to play in a team that I didn't feel like could win. That's why I didn't, when like Boom chose other players over me, and Fnatic got Janelle, and like TNC they wanted like some veteran post 5 player to captain their team and stuff. When all these teams got their other options, then I started to be like a lot more interested to going into other regions. Yeah.
Now, who's your idol? If we're talking about like position 5 players, who do you like up the most? Like see what they're doing in the game and trying to like learn something.
I think for now it's Miposhka for sure. Mm-hmm. Like I felt like Miposhka was like really fucking good for a long time. Like ever since they were playing like tournaments 6 months before TI, he was already making like some sick plays when it comes to like warding and making the team play to it. And he was just doing things that like very, very high post-fight impact plays that honestly very few people noticed. But when I was watching the game, yeah, I already idolized Miposhka as a 5 since then. And then they won TI, and then I'm like, damn, like I knew I was looking at them.
I got one more serious question for you. How often do you get mistaken for Poloson?
Too often to be comfortable. Like people, until today, people think that I'm the guy that stood in at like Singapore Major, and that's why I'm in Quincy crew, and we're like different people. And yeah.
The thing that you wrote on Twitter doesn't help, huh? In your bio.
Yeah, I put it in my Twitter bio. You know, I'm not Poloson. But people still come into my stream sometimes, and they say stuff like, "Really enjoyed watching you playing at the Major. Good luck on Quincy crew." I'm just like.
So you're earning extra from
That's
you know
right.
the subs from yourself and from Polo's son.
I mean, I'm not sure how many subs I'm not sure he's the kind of personality that gets many subs, but maybe I'm helping him more, you know.
Well, you get double the fans, you know.
Right.
That's worth something. I guess I have one
Yeah.
question. You're playing on a team with 2 long-term European players, 2 long-term NA players. You're from SEA. You guys haven't been together too long, but do you have a read on, do you feel they view the game differently than how you view it? And it's going to be a situation where you guys have to mesh that and get on the same page? Or is it something where you guys all bring different characteristics to the team because the regions view the game differently? Which personally I think is the case, but I'm interested to see if it actually plays out in the team environment.
I don't even know what any meta or any region is like, honestly. Like I don't even know if there's like half the games are like pudges and like shadow beams.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't even know what's happening half the time, you know, like I think it's more like Kazu and Milan definitely bring a lot of like European influence from EU pubs. You know, we always talk about the EU pubs and what people are playing, and I think for me, I'm very much still trying to find myself and how to be the best version of myself in this team, because I think that even though like, you know, when I got 10k and I was like very high skill or whatever, and I played I was playing at mechanically, I was doing very well, I was shot calling a lot in pubs and stuff. I don't think you can just like put yourself in a team and expect to be like that and act like that and have that kind of same impact. I think I have a lot to learn and a lot to discover on how to improve myself in this team. And yeah, I think I can learn a lot from the players on the team. So I'm glad.
So
That's
then-
a good mindset to have, for sure.
Yeah, very malleable and being able to work on yourself. Outside of the Dota, though, how is your North American experience going? See, you've got issues with some of our cuisine, as most Southeast Asian players do. Apparently, Panda Express is your gold standard for food. Care to explain yourself?
I mean, I haven't left the house since I came here, and I came here on like 10 days ago, I think. I arrived here 10 days ago, and I haven't left the house. So, I mean,
Blink twice
obviously-
if you're a prisoner there.
Jack is holding you in his basement.
I mean, obviously it was kind of a meme. Anything I tweet is kind of a meme, but I mean, Panda Express is really good though. I think like it's very comforting for me, like to be, you know, far from home, but then have something to eat that tastes very familiar.
Yeah, I won't knock it.
Yeah.
It's because I know generally whenever Southeast Asian players go anywhere, like Europe, North America, even China, I feel the number one thing that they complain about, and it's not just Ice, even though that is the person who I hear the most frequently complaining, it's the food. And were you willing to leave? Because you're pretty young. Were you still living at home? Was your mom cooking for you? And now you're like, I'm off. I'm gonna eat fast food.
I mean, I eat home cooked food sometimes, and I eat like from like food courts and hawker centers and stuff. Like, you know, chicken rice, laksa, lor mee. You know, my homies out there, my Singaporean homies know what I'm talking about. But it's just like I can eat, like, you know, in NA it's like burritos and wraps and tacos, and it's like every bloody restaurant on DoorDash has wraps.
We do love wraps.
I'm fine eating it, but not like every meal, you know.
You can try sandwiches. You can try burgers. You can try. I feel
that's
like
the
you're
thing, it's
describing
just bread.
Mexican
It's
food
like
primarily.
Bread and bread, like it's bread in different forms, right?
Sure.
You could try Jack's cooking. That'll really spice it up if you ever get to that point.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
You might regret saying that, but you know.
We'll see. I'm sure Quincy Crew, whenever you inevitably make it to a major, you'll have a boot camp, and Jack will take you to all the favorite places. But enjoyed watching your first 2 debut series here in the North American DPC, and looking forward to what you and the rest of your team will bring in the rest of this season.
Thank you guys. Shout out to my team. Fighting.
That's the stuff. Thank you very much, Ponlo. And yeah, that's your region question was quite interesting, because I guess another thing is that he's also a quite young player. So
Yeah, very likable fella, unlike the previous captain of Quincy Crew.
I agree.
very curious how he said, "What are your 5 position inspirations?" Did not say this SVG guy.
I mean, I wouldn't, you know, it's a hard decision, but I think